Hi, this is Jovan Art again, and today we will talking about the General Service Management. In this presentation, we will be talking about the five sections of the General Service Management. First, the property inventory and maintenance. Second is the property disposal. Third is the manpower. Fourth is the procurement. And last is the management of supplies. Property inventory and maintenance in the government. Now, to discuss about the property inventory and maintenance in the government, allow me to use the information in the City General Services Office of the City Government of Davao. To have that information, let's go to the www.davao city.gov.ph/departments/public-administration/city-general-service-office. As we can see in their official website, they provided a list of divisions of the CGSO under functions. Now, since we are talking about the property inventory and maintenance, let's go to the of CGSO's divisions that provide that informations. The first one is the Property Management and Inventory Division. The mandates of this division is first, conduct periodic physical inventory of government vehicles and office equipment. Another one is to validate and record all incoming property issue slip and acknowledge receipt for equipment. Validation of requisition and issue slip and summary of supplies and materials issued. Another one is they encode all detailed information of each ARE for every accountable officers and employees. This division also prepares and submit annual inventory report to the Commission on Audit. They also do tagging of property sticker to every property or equipment, recording and deployment of equipment and property. The Property Management and Inventory Division also posts waste material report in the vehicle ledger card. They also do the renewal of LTO registration and insurance of vehicles. This division also encode all detailed information of each property return slip. They also reconcile and update renewal of AREs. The last of its function, the Property Management and Inventory Division also facilitates property clearances as to property accountabilities. Now, how do the city government of Davao maintains its properties in a good condition? To answer that question, let's go to the CGSO's General Maintenance Building and Equipment Division. This division conducts cost estimate for minor repairs and installations for SP and City Hall buildings. They also do electrical and structural maintenance of city government buildings and offices. Another function is the installations and dismantling of steel bleachers of the city government. They also do or conducts cost estimate for minor painting works of city government buildings and offices. This division is also the responsible of the painting and repainting of city government buildings and offices. This division conducts estimate of materials for repair of air conditioning units of the city government. This division conducts repair of existing air conditioning units of the city government. They also do the cleaning of existing air conditioning units of the city government of Davao. Now, let's talk about strategies in inventory management. There are various strategies in inventory management, but I would like to discuss just 5 of those strategies. The first one is the ABC analysis. The ABC analysis suggests that inventories of an organization are not of equal value. Thus, the inventory is grouped into 3 categories: A, B, and C. in order of their estimated importance. The items in category A are those items with the very tight control and accurate records. In category B are those with less tightly controlled and good records, while in category C are those items with the simplest controls possible and minimal records. In other words, the ABC analysis provides a mechanism for identifying different categories of stock that will require different management and controls. Another inventory management strategy is what we call batch tracking. Now, what is batch tracking? Batch tracking is a quality control inventory management technique wherein users can group and monitor a set of stock with similar traits. This method helps to track the expiration of inventory or trace defective items back to their original batch. Another one is the perpetual inventory management. This kind of inventory management is simply counting inventory as soon as it arrives. It's the most basic inventory management technique and can be recorded manually on pen and paper or a spreadsheet. Another inventory technique is the FIFO and LIFO. LIFO and FIFO are methods to determine the cost of inventory. FIFO, or first in first out, assumes the older inventory is sold first. FIFO is a great way to keep inventory fresh. LIFO, or last in first out, assumes the newer inventory is typically sold first. LIFO helps prevent inventory from going bad. The last example is the cross-docking. Cross-docking is an inventory management technique whereby an incoming truck unloads materials directly into outbound trucks to create a just-in-time shipping process. There is little or no storage in between deliveries. Now let's talk about the property disposal in the government. To discuss this subject, allow me to use some of the information presented by Ms. Lourdes M. Castillo, CPA PhD of the Philippine Association for Government Budget and Administration, entitled Disposal of Government Properties. Now, what are the government properties and assets that are subject for disposal? The first one is the unserviceable property, or a property that which is beyond repair and has no more utilization potential. Number two is the confiscated or seized property. It is a property that is permanently under deprivation by order of a court or administrative procedures. The third one is the property under distraint, levy, garnishment. It refers to the personal or real property of a taxpayer forfeited to the government for failure to pay taxes. The fourth one that are subject for disposal are those unclaimed motor vehicles. This refers to recovered stolen motor vehicles by the different law enforcement agencies of the government. The absence of claimants and that the real owners can no longer be determined, these recovered vehicles remained unclaimed. The next one is the real property. What is a real property? Real property is a land which is the property of some person and all structures integrated with or affixed to the land, including crops, buildings, machinery, wells, dams, ponds, mines, canals, and roads, among other things. And the last one that are subject for disposal are those valueless records and documents. It refers to all records, materials that has reached their prescribed retention period and has lost their usefulness to the agency or the government as a whole. The example of those are paper, books, photographs, microfilms, sound recordings, drawings, maps, and etc. Now, how the government determine if a property is a candidate for disposal? First, if a property can no longer be repaired or reconditioned, it should be disposed. Another reason for disposal is if maintenance and repair costs outweigh the benefits and services. The third one, if a property has become obsolete or outmoded, it should be disposed. A public property should be disposed if it has been rendered unnecessary due to the change in agency's functions or mandate. A public property should be disposed if that property is in excess of the requirements. A public property should immediately dispose if that property has become dangerous or hazardous to use. Why there is a need to dispose unserviceable properties? Of course, the first reason is to avoid continuing carrying costs. Another reason is to prevent further deterioration or damages, thereby obtaining the fair return in case of sale. The third reason is to relieve accountable officers of unnecessary accountability. And the last one is to make available space for the agency. Now let's talk about public property retention. Retention means the continued possession, use, or control of something. Under the Declaration of Policy of Republic Act 9470, the state shall give utmost priority for the safeguard, protection, and preservation of its public documents and records, not only as fundamental instruments for efficient and effective governance, but also as essential tools for the preservation of the country's history and cultural memory. Public records or property are retained as long as those records or property serve the immediate purposes for which they were created. Now let's talk about manpower. Manpower is the number of people working or available for work or service. If you search online, there are so many manpower agency services. For example, if you visit Philippine Overseas Employment Administration official website or the POAA.gov.ph, you will find various manpower agency services. For example, the Efficient Human Resource Incorporated, the Brilliant Minds Incorporated, the Maritime Service Corporation, Story Placement Agency Incorporated, International Placement Agency, Placement Corporation, Yelufa International Manpower, and many more. Now, what is the purpose and the importance of manpower agencies in organizations? Purpose number 1, it makes hiring faster. The first reason why it makes hiring faster is that the companies won't do the interviews, employing and examining the candidates, which is very time consuming and costly for the company. Organizations hire manpower agency to do this usual task of hiring, and these agencies, on the other hand, have interviewed and prepared candidates who are qualified for the job. It shows here that manpower agencies have a big database where the resumes and other data of these job-seeking candidates have, thus making the work efficient. Another reason why manpower agencies are important to organizations because manpower agencies can provide more qualified workers. Manpower agencies have a great experience in interviewing as they are doing this for a living. This gives a benefit of a doubt that agencies can sort and filter out job applicants more refined, and they can be able to find the exact fit that a firm or business requirements for a job. Moreover, this can also shorten the full circle of recruitment since they have a database which they can dive into, which is also stated earlier. Another importance of manpower agencies to organizations, they help to achieve greater organizational flexibility. Staff outsourcing is a practice that many companies around the world are adopting for to achieve greater organizational flexibility, improve efficiency, reduce overheads, and a hassle-free HR management. By using an agency, it allows organizations fast access to candidates without the hassle of managing the process themselves. Now, let's talk about procurement. Procurement is the process of finding and agreeing to terms and acquiring goods, services, or works from an external source, often via a tendering or competitive bidding process. Now, what are the functions of the general service section in the procurement process? Again, allow me to use the information of the CGSO of Davao City. Under its procurement division, it states its functions and mandates. According to this official website of the CGSO of Davao City, the general service section, first, they consolidates project procurement management plan of the departments and offices into an annual procurement plan. Another function is they serves as the processing of all the supply, materials, and equipment needed by all departments and offices of the city government of Davao. Another function is they serves the secretariat of the Bids and Awards Committee, Goods and Services. Now, what are the roles of the General Service Section in facilitating of the procurement of goods and services? Since the General Service Section will serve as the Secretariat of Bids and Award Committee or the BAC, the following are the roles and responsibilities. First, they provide administrative support to the Bids and Awards Committee or the BAC. Another role is they organize and make all necessary arrangement for BAC meetings and conferences. They also prepare minutes of meetings and resolutions of the BAC. Another role is they take custody of procurement documents and other records. They also manage the sale and distribution of bidding documents to interested bidders. The next one is they advertise or post bidding opportunities including bidding documents and notices of awards. They also assist in managing the procurement processes. Another function is they monitor procurement activities and milestones for proper reporting to relevant agencies when required. Another function is they consolidate the PPMPs or the Project Procurement Management Plan from various units of the procuring entity to make them available for review as indicated in Section 7 of this IRR of RA 9184. The last one is they act as the central channel of communication for the BAC with end users, PMOs or the project management offices, other units of the line agency, other government agencies, provider of goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services, observers, and the general public. Now, let's talk about the office and energy supply management. Office supply refers to the expendable items which are used for official administrative purposes in a field office. They typically have a low per item cost, are easily portable, and have a low service lifetime as they are continually expended by staff members in the course of their daily task. Now, what are the types of office supplies? First is the desk supplies. Desk supplies include pens, pencils, erasers, rulers, scissors, cellophane tape, and tape dispensers, in and out baskets, clipboards, post-its, and a variety of other items including ordinary paper. The next one is the first aid kit supplies. First aid kit supplies are items which can be used safely for the self-medication of minor wounds by non-medical personnel. The third one is the library supplies. These items are paper labels, gum catalog cards, label marker and tapes, and paper pamphlet files. The next one is the mail shipping and packing materials. These are items needed to prepare items for shipment by mail or pouch, such as paper, tape, twine, heavy-duty envelopes, and boxes. The next one are the maintenance and restroom supplies. These include cleaning supplies, maps, brooms, soap, toilet paper, and other items are used by cleaning staff for maintaining the office premises. The next one is the office equipment supplies. It refers to all the consumable items needed to use and maintain a piece of non-expandable equipment, such as typewriter ribbon, computer paper and disk, USB sticks, cleaning fluid and brushes, camera batteries, rechargeable where available, film, lens filters, photocopy paper, and toner. The next one is the stationery. Stationery refers to the paper supplies bearing the government unit logo that are meant to be used for official purposes by field staff. The next one is the computer technology and office machines. Of course, for a government office to operate well, they should use up-to-date computer technology and office machines. It includes multiple monitors, desktop computer, laptop, and tablet. Computer accessories are also important like monitor stand, laptop stand, mouse, keyboard, webcam, mic, and router, and etc. A government office also use office machines like printer, scanner, photocopier, and the like. Of course, office furniture should be supplied in a government office. It refers to the office furniture items purchased and used to equip field office space, such as desks, chairs, meeting tables, shelves, and office storage furniture items. Of course, for a government office to operate, there should be a supply of energy or electricity. This used for air conditioning the government office. This is also used for heating. This is also used for water heaters for the government employees. This is used also for office lighting and for computers, laptop, and printers to function. There should be an electricity or supply of energy. Also for telephones, routers, and modems, and also to function the refrigerators and dishwashers in a government office. The same also in water supply, it should be provided also in a government office. Now I will present to you the plan on the distribution of the said supplies. Office supplies are easy to use and easier to run out of. So a plan to manage those supplies is a must.